In the last video, we talked about racemose kind of inflorescence. Now let's talk about cymose kind of inflorescence. So cymose inflorescence, we already know from our previous definitions, from previous understanding, that it's a determinate kind of inflorescence. Okay, and this is that the flowers are present on the terminal of the main axis. The flowers are borne in the basipetal order. In racemose, it was acropetal. In case of cymose inflorescence, that's the basipetal kind of order. The main axis has the limited growth. So if we see the types of inflorescence, the cymose inflorescence are of two types. The monocasial, okay, the monocasial kind is of the two type for the scleropoid and the helicoid. Then we have the dicasial kind and the polycasial kind. If you see the structure, this is the structure of the scleropodial monocasial kind. Then in case of helicoidal, it's the on the other side. In case of biparous chyme or the dicasial chyme, and this is the structure of the multiparous or the polycasial chyme. Okay. Now, what is happening in case of scleroproid is that one is flower is originating on the towards the right side, from the lower part originates from the towards the left side, then again right, then left, then right, and so on. Okay. But this particular peduncle is terminating on as the flower. Okay. In case of helicoid monocasial chyme, it's happening is that all the flowers are originating on the single side. Okay, if it is going towards the right, it will keep on going towards the right. If it is on the left, it will keep on going on the left, and thus we have the formation of sun-like structure. That is why it is called as the helicoid, or it's also the spring-like structure. Now, in case of bipasial chyme, we have the inflorescence terminating on as a flower, but from the lower part, we have got two different pedicels or the peduncle originating. Now, this is also further terminating on the single side. Okay, so the first flower will be coming on the here, and then both two flowers will be coming simultaneously. Okay. Now, in case of multifarious, we have got the one on terminating end. And then from before that, we have got the branches and these branches. So let's go further detail into the cymose kind of inflorescence. The first is the monocasial chyme or uniparious. Okay, it is seen in two kinds. One is the helicoid. It is helicoid kind of an monocasial chyme is seen in case of potato. Okay. So what is happening here is that the original flower is terminating into the peduncle is terminating here. Okay, so we have got the bracts here. The further is moving towards that, and then uh, so we see that it is moving in one direction itself. So if this is towards moving towards the right, this is further moving towards the right, this is towards the right, and this is towards the right of the main of the parent axis. Okay. Now this is what we call as the helicoid kind of monocasial chyme. In case of scleropoid, what is happening is that one is coming towards the right, other is coming towards the left, then right, then left. Okay. It sees as the alternate kind of sides. Okay. And they often become as the coiled structure. It is seen in case of the helitropium. In case of simple dicasium chyme is or biparous is other further divided into simple and the simple dicasium. So we have seen in we see in the case of jasminium. Okay. We see in the case of Cantharis roseus, also known as the Vinca rosea. So those into already into taxonomy can understand the word called syn. Okay, so it is a Vinca rosea is a synonym for Cantharis roseus. Okay. Now this is also called as the true chyme. So what we have here is the terminating on the top. We have got one flower, and we have got two flowers coming from the same. So we have got so this is the bracts, and on the bract this is terminating towards the oldest flower on towards the top, and then we have got two flowers. Okay, so the word di means two, biparous or di means two. So we have got two different two flowers towards the end. in case of compound dichasium, which is seen in case of chlorhydrodendron. Okay, we have got this particular one part that is terminating into the oldest flower. The bigger size of the circle shows the oldest flower. Okay, and the younger one is showing as the smaller flower. So this is the biggest flower. Okay, now this is terminating, and this particular single. So what happened in case of here in case of simple kind is that we have got two flowers. Now these two flowers in case of compound, it is terminating into further two flowers. Okay, so this is called as the compound dichasium kind, and seen in case of colerodendron. Now we have got the polycasial kind or the multiparous. So what happening is that always remember that there will be two coming up, but on the basis of two, it's further differentiating. Okay. Now this is called as the polycasial multiparous kind of cymose inflorescence. Okay. This is seen in case of Calotropis procera. It is seen in case of Asclepiadaceae family. It's seen in Nerium indicum. Okay. So this is about the cymose inflorescence.